Jennifer Irwin, the author of Captain Skidmark Dances with Destiny, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my book. Captain Skidmark Dances with Destiny is all about young Will Stone, a 13-year-old boy who lives in a hockey town with an ex-NHL hockey playing father. Everybody in his town loves hockey, his father loves hockey, but he hates it. Well, what he does love is ballroom dancing, he soon discovers. When Will's cousin Alex comes from Montreal to play hockey in Will's hometown, all kinds of trouble starts. Will hates Alex, Alex hates Will, but they soon find out that they have a whole lot more in common than they realized. But if I tell you any more, I'm gonna ruin the story, so you're gonna have to go out and get the book for yourself. So I'm a teacher, and I teach middle grade and high school, grades 8 through 10. And one of the things that I noticed for a long time was that the kids that played hockey in my class often didn't like to read. At the time, I looked around and couldn't really find a whole lot of hockey books out there for the right age group. And the ones that I did find were pretty hockey heavy and sometimes not appropriate, and they were often they were gloomy and mystery stories. And what I really wanted was a funny hockey book that would get my students interested in reading. And when I couldn't find them, I decided to write my own. And that's where Captain Skidmark was born. Before I wrote the book, I didn't know a whole lot about hockey, even though I grew up in a hockey town and I am a Canadian, which means by birthright I should know a lot about hockey, but I didn't. So what I had to do was ask around at my school, because my school had a ton of kids who played hockey and coaches who coached hockey, and just in general, a lot of people who knew a lot about the sport. So that's what I did. I asked teachers and kids, I even pulled them out of class, which they loved, to talk about hockey. And little by little, I realized that the game was a whole lot more fun than I realized. And it was amazing to watch. I actually got a chance to go to a Canadiens game. And I actually kind of fell in love with the sport a little bit. So who's my favorite hockey player? Of course, Sidney Crosby. I'm wearing his jersey. Can't see it very well, but it's right here. Sydney, if you're listening, I'm a married woman now and I have children, so it's too late for us to get together in any meaningful way. But if you ever want to come over to my house and mow my lawn in a sleeveless t-shirt, I'd be more than happy to watch you while I sat on my porch drinking lemonade. Just putting that out there for you. So I think the main thing that I'd like people to take away, or one of the main things, is that everybody should have an opportunity to be the kind of person that they want to be and to do the sport or the activity that really fills their soul. I think a lot of times we feel pressure to act a certain way because we're a certain gender or we have certain family expectations. And I just think that the best thing that we can do for kids, adults can do for kids, and kids can do for each other is let them be who they are and find a way to support them and love them. I think that's one of the biggest lessons in the book. This book has two main characters who are male, but the book really is for anybody. Anybody that's ever felt like they didn't fit in, anybody who's ever had pressure to be a certain way when they didn't want to be that way. It's got a little bit of romance in it, a lot of sports, a lot of dancing, and a lot of humor. And if you like fart jokes, there's a lot of those in there too. So I'd like everybody to pick up a copy because I really do think it speaks to every audience, and even adults. So one more time, the title of my book is Captain Skidmark Dances with Destiny. Pick up a copy today.